As we may know by now, COVID-19 has impacted some part of our daily lives.
Hi, my name is AJ. All of us are familiar with the effects of COVID-19 when it comes to our health. But COVID-19 also affects another very important part of our life, our bank account.
People are also working remotely,
And people are even having to miss work due to the anxiety and stress of COVID itself.
and people are having to work even more due to being an essential worker.
COVID-19 was announced as a global pandemic in March of 2020. The results were catastrophic on the economy. Unemployment levels in the tens of millions struck fast and hard to levels that hadn't been seen since the Great Depression, as some estimates at 27% unemployment. The stock market lost 10,000 points in a matter of mere months, and the news only got worse as the shutdowns happened and businesses shut their doors, laid off employees, or cut their hours drastically. This caused anxiety and panic throughout the whole entire nation, resulting in needs not being met, people not being fed, rent not being paid. Suicide, depression, child abuse all skyrocket as a result.
At the beginning of COVID-19, 1/3 of U.S. citizen adults say that they were deemed to be essential workers. Essential workers are those who are required to go to work and work outside of their home regardless of what's happening in the pandemic. Because of the impact, it has impacted the social participation and the mental health within these workers. This leads to no time for themselves, which leads to high anxiety and social isolation increases. We have to help overcome this.
COVID-19 devastation on the economy has affected millions of people. But there are answers. The administrations have implemented various government programs through stimulus packages and emergency funds in order to help individuals that have been affected by this devastating loss in our economy.
Since the onset of the pandemic, over 61% of our population now works from home. And while working from home can be beneficial to some, it does have drawbacks. It's also been linked to an overall decrease in physical and mental health. That absence of employees and face-to-face interactions can have you feeling isolated. If that isolation is prolonged, it can even lead to feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and depression.
Due to the mental health impact of COVID, many working Americans have been forced to cut their work hours. From feeling the need to call in because they feel like they can't handle the stress of the day, to being sent home from work early because of the effects that it has on their mental health. COVID has affected many households.
But don't worry, there are steps that we can take to eliminate those feelings.
Tips to help with mental health is if you are feeling overwhelmed or unsafe, seek help.
Try initiating a lunchtime conversation with coworkers or even friends and family. These interactions throughout your day can help alleviate some of those feelings of loneliness.
If you or someone you care about are feeling overwhelmed with emotions like sadness, depression, or anxiety, or if you feel like you want to harm yourself or someone else, please seek professional help.
Purposefully plan designated time to spend time with family or friends if possible. Whether this is a FaceTime, you meet them out and about in a park, you meet them for dinner.
Also, try working outside, whether it be outside your house or a coffee shop. You'd be surprised what a little fresh air can do for your mood.
Another tip is turn off the news. The news sometimes can increase the anxiety, which can increase our want to socially isolate ourselves.
Don't be afraid and put your ego and pride to the side and search out these programs in order to help you get through these troubling times.